How to make your first 1K plus per month with copywriting in 2024. This video is a 3-step guide to showing you how you can go from 0 to 1K plus per month in the next 30 to 90 days at max with copywriting. And yeah, how you can basically start making money. This is for you if you've been doing copywriting for the past couple months, maybe 2 months, 3 months, maybe even 6 months. I've heard of a lot of people who've been doing it for 6 months without getting any clients, any sales calls. This is for you if you want to start making at least 1K per month. And when I say 1K plus per month, I mean 1, 2, 3, maybe even 5K per month with the strategy that I'm about to share with you. As I said, it's 3 steps. This is not your typical don't jerk off and just do 50 cold IGDMs per day outreach type of guide. This is going to be super in-depth. I'm going to run you through exact numbers and KPIs and what you can expect in the next 30 to 90 days to make a potential 1K plus per month with copywriting. And before jumping into the video, please make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any further videos like this, and let's get straight into it. All right, as easy as it sounds, step number 1 is stop doing IGDM outreach. Cold IGDMs are the worst outreach method for copywriters, period. Instead of wasting months of your time and learning it the hard way, you should just focus on other outreach methods straight away. Listen, when I started copywriting, right, 1.5 years ago, beginning of last year, I reached out to almost 1,000 leads on Instagram and I haven't landed a single client, let alone a sales call. And I'm not the only one, right? I want to show you here some of the chats. Like, as some of you know, I do have a free Discord community with over 1,800 copywriters who are members in the communities. And you can also join the community. Link is in the description, right? And here's an example of the message that I get regularly from copywriters who join the community. So this guy, he told me that he needs my help. He hasn't pulled a client from 3 months. And when I ask him, what he's doing is Instagram DMs and cold email outreach. First of all, these numbers are way too low. 70 DMs on Instagram, you shouldn't expect to sign a client from 70 DMs. And 100 plus outreach emails are also way too low. But other than that, also the methods that he's using, he's probably using cold emails wrong, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. And he's doing Instagram, which is even worse. And then I also get messages from other copywriters. Like, for example, this was a copywriter from one of my programs from the Upwork Domination Starter Kit, who's texting me to tell me that he signed a new client. And then I'm asking them for their experience, that I hear so many people trying only IGDMs, not getting results, and switching to Upwork and finally getting clients. Like, that's the experience that I get from people coming to me and be like, hey, I'm interested in your course. I don't get any clients through Instagram. I want to try Upwork. And then all of a sudden they start signing clients on Upwork. And it's the same for this guy. I don't want to disclose any names here, but I think he knows. And then he says, exactly, I did almost 2,000 DMs and not a single sales call. And that was for 4 months since like November. This chat was from like, I think March or February this year. And then on Upwork, he did 37 proposals and got 2 sales calls. And then, fair enough, I gave him a referral because we were working together for a while and he was like my closer network, one of the copywriters. And then he got a new client on his own that was like $35 per hour, I think. So yeah, still pretty solid. But what my point here is that since copywriting popped in 2022 and 2023 through like mostly Andrew Tate's Hustlers University and then also some copywriting YouTube channel, like for example, Tyson 4D, that was when Instagram DMs have become the go-to spot for copywriters to reach out to potential clients. And by all means, I don't want to shit on Tyson 4D's YouTube channel. He's making really good videos and I learned from him when I started copywriting too. Like, I was in one of his programs, the 4D Academy. But due to the fact that they're getting a lot of attention on Instagram, on YouTube and on social media, and everyone is following their advice, everyone is starting to do Instagram DMs, right? It's because all the gurus are teaching it on YouTube, right? Like, as I said, Tyson, Cardinal Mason is another one of them. Everyone is teaching IGDMs on YouTube right now, and because it's for free. Most people, they want to start copywriting because they're broke, because they want to make some money online, and then they assume that if they will just start doing Instagram DMs, they will get clients like this, but they forget that hundreds of thousands of people are watching the same YouTube videos that they watch, using the same strategies, reaching out to the same leads with the same profiles, and chances of you standing out is really low. So as a serious copywriter are now competing against all those 16-year-olds who are trying to get rich quick from their mom's basement and all these other broke people who don't want to spend any money on outreach and assume they'll hit 10K per month without investing any money. So that's why the main lesson here is whatever you do to get copywriting clients, don't waste even another minute on Instagram DMs. Just stay away from it. Like, take my word for it, take the other copywriter's word for it, just stay away from it, right? And this brings us to step number 2, right? So since you probably don't have any other outreach method that IG DMs, you're now wondering what to do to get copywriting clients. And that's why here's the outreach toolkit that I want you to use in the next 90 days to start actually making money with copywriting, right? And I'm sure that if you do this, the entire plan here, step by step, that I'll show you right now for 90 days, like, you will start making money for sure with copywriting. I'm not guaranteeing you any results because I can't guarantee you that. You need to put in the work and effort to actually make it happen, but it's almost inevitable. So number 1 is Upwork, and Upwork is by far my most favorite outreach method. It's what landed me Ty Lopez as a copywriting client, even when I was a beginner last year, and I didn't even have to hop on a sales call to close them. And in general, it's a place where I made a consistent 3 to 4 to 5K per month from copywriting last year, right? I mean, I also had other clients who were paying me through Stripe and things like that. But copywriting, my copywriting profile and my clients through Upwork were, one of the biggest factors for my success. And yes, it costs a little bit of money to buy connects and send out proposals. And yes, you'll have to buy more connects to send more proposals. These are the most common questions I get in regards to Upwork outreach. And most of the people who ask me those questions, right, who realize that you'll have to invest a few dollars to actually make 5 to 10K per month, quit copywriting and go on to live a mediocre life. Because that's a sad reality of copywriting. Everyone expects to just start making 10K per month for free just by DMing a few business owners on Instagram. And that sounds really good. That sounds too good to be true, because it is. You actually have to fucking put in the work, grind, put in some money to learn new things and to basically invest into your outreach and get more clients, right? That's how it works. So if investing in yourself is an issue for you right now, then please click off this video. And I'm serious with this. Please click off this video. Don't watch any of my other videos. Copywriting and business in general just isn't for you in that case. You're much better off with a 9-to-5 where you don't have to worry about any expenses. And you can just live your life, live paycheck by paycheck, and you have a secure income, but at least you don't have to spend any money on outreach, right? Because that's just how it is. That's how business works. You always have to invest some form of time and money to get a return on your investment, and then you grow your business and you grow your business and you invest more money and you get more money back, and that's just how it works. I always like to take Jeff Bezos as an example. He used to always put in most of his, like 90% of his profits back into Amazon to grow the business. And he would always do that, like even when he was doing millions and millions of dollars. And now Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world, right? So, however, for the people who take the leap and invest in themselves, whether that's through buying more Upwork Connects to close clients, right? Or like just spending money on your outreach, or get access to my Upwork Domination Starter Kit. This is a shameless pitch here for my own program. I do understand when people think, oh, this is so salesy and whatever, but I just want to put this into perspective and show you what is possible on Upwork if you just follow the right type of steps. And I won't blame you for thinking that this is too salesy, but I don't think it's actually bad for someone to be salesy if the stuff that they are teaching actually works and is a good solution for you. So if you are right now following IGDM's advice from gurus and you're not making any money with copywriting, and then I show you a course from me that I have created that costs like $100, you can get into, you can learn how to make 1 to 5K per month from it, and it takes you much less time than the time that you've wasted on IGDMs, then I think it's good that I was being salesy in that moment because I showed you the better way, the better solution, right? So here's how things can look like. This is some of the people who went through the Upwork Domination Starter Kit. We have like Eddie here with doing upwards for like 13-ish days and then having a $15 per hour and a 1K per month deal. I've spent months sending thousands of IGDMs before. So that is another one who came from IGDMs, started doing Upwork for 13 days and started making more than 1K plus per month. We got Sam here, I think $50 per hour. This is like around 1K per month as well. Also solid deal. We got 5K upfront from SPAC. So Literally, a client paid him $5,000 upfront on Upwork and a 35% revenue share. Fourth proposal he sent, and I think he even told me that this was a chat close, so not even hopping on a sales call for a deal like that, which is insane. We got another 4K month, we got a 3K month. All of these people, right, who are basically making money from Upwork, and most of them came from IG DMs. Started doing Upwork, going through my Upwork Domination Starter Kit. As I said, shameless plug, because I just believe that it's working, and I know that it's working, and I won't be scared to promote it. So here are some realistic numbers when it comes to Upwork outreach for you, right? It doesn't matter whether you have Upwork Domination Starter Kit or not. Obviously, I teach a lot of the stuff that these people have also learned to close those deals, and that I have learned to close my clients there, but you can also do it yourself, right? I see many people who go through my program close their first client after around 30 to 40 proposals. So that's around $100 worth of connects, right? Because that is like, let's say you spend like 20 to 30 connects on one proposal, and 100 connects gives you about 650 connects. Then, 30 to 40 connects, that's around $100 worth of proposals. On average, you can't even do Upwork for longer than 2 hours a day, because you run out of jobs within your niche and that are worth applying to, right? At some point, if you're an email copywriter for, let's say, e-com niche, you will run out of email copywriting e-com jobs, or general copywriting e-com jobs. And so you can send out about 2 to 3 proposals per day, usually, right? Depending on, how many good suited or well suited jobs there are online. And that means 5 times 2, so 5 days a week. That means like you will do 5 proposals per day. Let's take the lower number here. You'll land at 10 proposals per week, and that means you will need like 3 to 4 weeks for your first client if you follow those KPIs, if you follow those numbers that usually are the case. And you, in that time, you only wasted, or not wasted, you only invested 8 hours in total into outreach. Or not 8 hours in total, 2 hours per day. So that means like 10 hours per week, which is still pretty fairly low compared to IGDMs where you have to do like 4 hours per day or something like that. I want to give you a disclaimer though. By all means, I am not guaranteeing you to get exactly those results, right? These are just the most realistic numbers I've noticed from 120 plus students who went through my Upwork course. And it might take you more than that. It might take you much more than this, or it take you less time to get these results. Like for example, as you saw, 4th proposal, 13 days with a couple proposals here. So I can't guarantee you to get like your first client within 3 to 4 weeks on Upwork. But if you put in the work, it will come like sooner or later. LinkedIn, here's why that is number 2, basically my second outreach strategy that I like. I also closed my first ever copywriting client on LinkedIn, and here's why LinkedIn is better than Instagram. Number 1, people are already on the platform for business reasons, right? It's much more convenient to reach out to them for a partnership if they're already on the platform expecting to connect with people because of business. It's easier to connect with business owners if you're active on the platform, right? It's much easier than on Instagram, because on Instagram, everyone is like famous and has 30K followers, and nobody wants to connect with you. Filtering through leads and targeting your ideal clients is much simpler due to the filtered search option on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, you can literally filter your search through keywords, region, business type, and titles and stuff like that. So it's much easier to reach out to potential clients. And you can build a profile with testimonials, an about section where you can like build authority. That's like a longer text. On Instagram, you only have like the bio, which is very short. But on LinkedIn, you have a whole about section where you can put in an entire essay on why you're such a good copywriter. You can showcase your past clients and even your copywriting skills through frequent LinkedIn posts. So you can post on LinkedIn, attract clients through that. All of these reasons are really, really valid reasons why LinkedIn is better than Instagram. And so as long as your offer is great and you're targeting the right type of leads for your services and getting interested replies and booking calls through LinkedIn will be 10 times easier than like on Instagram. I also feel like it's much less competitive, since not as many gurus are teaching it as an outreach method. So you can still take advantage of the market there. As I said, I don't hear many people talk about LinkedIn. I feel like it's like an up and coming social media platform, especially for business, for people who want to sign new clients and find business opportunities. So you can, as I said, take advantage of the market there, as long as it's still like, not as much talked about. And then number three, cold emails. And this one is very, very important because I bet that a lot of you guys have already tried cold email and have not gotten any results. But here is what I mean with cold emails. With cold emails, I don't mean the typical type of cold emails you're thinking. I don't mean super personalized cold emails with Loom videos and presentations for a lead that don't even give a shit about you. That's not the type of emails that I mean. I'm not talking about emails where you have to spend 4 hours, 6 hours per day writing them, sending them out, recording Looms to them, making it super personalized, researching your clients, all of that stuff. Not talking about that. When I'm talking about cold emails, then I mean automated email sequences with 5 emails that allow you to reach out to your leads on autopilot. And yes, literally automated, don't have to do anything. Multiple domains with email accounts, so you can send out 500 to 1,000 emails per day, right? You want to send a lot of volume. That's basically what I'm saying here. A precise lead gen system, so you're making sure you target the right leads with your offer. And the persistent 3 to 5 follow-up messages for interested leads. So that's kind of the system that I'm talking about. Again, this will cost you some money, but it will be worth it, right? You will have to invest some money into your outreach. So if you have the mindset of not wanting to invest, literally click off this video or change your mindset, because that is what will get you further. To give you an idea, my cold email system runs 90% automated. All I have to do manually is I have to add new leads to my campaigns, right? So whenever I get new leads, I will just add them to my cold email software and they will be reached out automatically. Tweak my email copy every once in a while if I see that something needs improvement, maybe reply rates aren't as high or like something else is lacking. And I have to follow up with interested leads to book a call, right? That is something I have to do manually. If they reply to my emails and they're interested, then I kind of have to message with them and be like, hey, when is a good time to set up a call, blah, 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 right? But all in all, this costs me around 2 hours per week, not per day, per week, 2 hours only. And whenever I'm actively using this system that I just showed you, with around, let's say 1,000 leads per week, so 1,000 different email addresses that receive emails from me per week through these sequences and everything, I'm booking around 5 to 7 sales calls every week. And yes, I'm serious. Like, this is one of my calendars a couple months ago when I was actively bumping out emails, cold emails with this system. And these are 6, like you can see the red ones are sales calls. These are 6 calls here and one of them was canceled. But as you can see, it's working. And as I said, 2 hours per week for 6 sales calls, not a bad trade in my opinion. Now here are the costs. I want to run you through the costs. And you will at first think this is quite expensive, but for the results that it can give you, it's really, really cheap and really good. So $100 per month approximately is what I spend on domains and email accounts, because you will have to buy different domains and email accounts to send emails from. And you won't get around it. You will have to pay some money monthly for that. That is just some cost that you have to have for that. Then I pay $100 to $200 per month on VAs to scrape leads for me. So you can literally hire someone on Upwork for like $3 to $4 an hour, a virtual assistant who can all day long just scrape leads for you. And you will have enough leads to close clients within like $100 or $200 per month that you spend. Like, this will be a couple thousand leads that you can reach out to easily. And then $125 is a one-time payment, so you only buy it one time for the cold email software that I'm using. It's called Mistrika. It's very good. One-time payment, keep it forever. You can use it forever. In total, that's $325 to $425 for the first month, and then like $200 to $300 per month. And to be honest, you probably don't have to run it forever. So let's just assume you only book 4 sales calls every week from the system, right? Let's go for the lower end number, not even 5 to 7 of what I've gotten, but like, let's take a conservative number. That means 16 sales calls a month. And if you only close 2 of these calls as paying clients, I mean, 16 sales calls, you can close 2 of these calls as a client in some form. You only need to make around $300 from those 2 clients to break even, and you can probably stop outreaching for a while since you'll be busy with client work, right? At the point where you will have 2 clients, you will probably be a little bit more busy with client work, and you can then decide to stop the cold email system. But as I said, even with 5 or 10 clients that you're managing, even if you're working like 10 hours a day on outreach, on clients, this is 2 hours a day, 2 hours a week only on outreach here that you will have to spend for your cold email system. So it's, almost no time that you'll have to put into it for the effort or for the sales calls that you get and the clients. And let's be honest, you'll be making much, much more money out of 2 clients than $300. Like, you can literally close them for a 1 to 2K retainer and you'll be making like so much more money than what you put into it. But I want to make this realistic, and especially for a beginner, it might not be as realistic to like charge 2 to 3 or 4K per month, the big retainers, right? In the beginning, you'll probably go on a performance-based payment or something lower or something like that. But come on, bro, you will be able to make $300 easily from 2 clients. The best thing about cold email though is it's the outreach method that is the most scalable, right? Out of everything that we've talked about, even Upwork, even LinkedIn, all these other methods, cold emails is the most scalable. Let's assume, and I want to run this small little experiment here with you. Let's assume you have a 6 to 10% reply rate, right? These are like I did for my cold emails. These are the reply rates that I got for my cold emails. As you can see, some of them had 10%, but then on the lower end, this was like something that I was like testing here, only had 6%. So I want to go with the lower end number, right? Let's take 6% because it's like more conservative. So let's say you have a 6% reply rate. You send out 1,000 emails. That means you're getting 60 replies from a 6% reply rate. Out of these 60 replies, let's take an even more conservative number of 33 of these replies are positive replies, which from my experience is not the case. Usually I would get around 40 to 50% positive replies, but let's just take a third of your replies as positive. If you can turn these 20 positive replies into 5 booked calls, which is only 25%, again, you can probably convert more than only 5 people out of 20 into a booked call. And on these 5 booked calls, you will close 1 client, which is also very realistic, right? Let's assume you're a beginner, you're not a sales rep pro, right? You haven't had 5 years plus of sales experience in some B2B sales company, and those people are usually having win rates of 40% and above. You only have 20%, so a very low closing rate. But you close 1 client every 5 calls at like, let's say 500 to 2K per month. That means that for 1,000 emails, you're getting 1 closed clients. So all you need to do is send out 2,000 emails, you get 10 book calls and 2 closed clients. 5,000 emails, 25 book calls and 5 closed clients. And it goes on like that. So 10,000 emails, you get 50 book calls and 10 closed clients, just by doing more. And by the way, doing more doesn't mean putting in more time. That's the crazy thing about this cold email system. You are still spending only 2 hours a week. The only thing that you probably need to put in more is a little bit more money, because you need more leads to send the emails to, right? But once you get your first couple clients, that won't be an issue, because then you will be having enough money to pay all of this, right? So the lesson here is the more volume you do, literally the more emails you send out, the more calls you can book and the more clients you can sign. It's that simple. Here's the math for you, right? It's like, that is how simple it is. You send out 1,000 emails, that's 1 client. So then you know that for 1,000 emails, you get 1 closed clients. All you need to do is 10x the input and you will get 10x the output, which means 10 closed clients, right? Obviously, that is something here on paper that a lot of times you will have margin of error somewhere, and maybe you'll find a new strategy that you want to test and that doesn't work as well. But like literally, if you find one system that goes like this, and as I said, we took very, very conservative numbers here. These could be much higher. From my experience, these were higher. And then this right here, for example, is also very low number. So let's say you have 10% replies instead of 6. So now all of a sudden you have 100 replies out of 1,000 emails, and a third of them will be 33 positive replies. And from 33 positive replies, you'll get around, I don't know, basically more than 5, like maybe 6 or 7 calls. And then accumulated this over more book calls, over more months, you will get more clients through that. So as I said, the more you put in, the more you can get out of it. That's why cold email is so good. And it, as I said, only takes you 2 hours per week, regardless of how many emails you're sending out. So this takes us to step number 3 that you need to take right now. After I showed you my entire system here, right? Upwork, LinkedIn, and cold emails that you now need to do to close copywriting clients. Let's run these numbers for our goal of making $1,000. So let's say you spent $300 on cold emails. That means you send out 2,000 emails in a month. You book 10 calls, and from these 10 calls, you close 2 clients, right? And we assume around $500 to $2,000 per month. But let's take them on the lower end. Let's actually say you closed a whopping $500 per month deal per closed client, right? That is very low by the way, for a copywriting client. That means with 2 clients, you're at 1K per month already just from the cold emails. And now let's say you put in another 1,000 or another $100 on Upwork Connects. And as I said, that allows you to send out around 30 to 40 proposals, and that means around 1 closed client. And let's say that's another client with another $500 to $1,000 per month. Now you're making $1.5 to $2,000 per month, and that would mean that you've invested $400 in outreach for only 1 month and get clients that, you get clients back that can easily make you $1,000 to $4,000 per month. Plus, you get to build your Upwork profile with client reviews and earnings, which is like an asset, right? The more you build up the Upwork profile, the more clients you can get on Upwork, the easier it is to sign them, and the more inbound leads you will even get, like clients reaching out to you first. And you get to keep the cold email system for whenever you need more clients to speed up your client acquisition process, right? So you can literally just turn up your cold email system, turn on your cold email system again, add some more leads, and it's like, oh, I need new clients now. And then you run the system again for a month and you have like 2 to 3 new clients again. So this is the system that I want you to use instead of doing IGDMs. And literally just take the money, invest some of the money into your outreach and see what results it can get you. And not only do you get this return on investment here, like which can almost be like 10x here, right? Depending on what type of clients you sign, how good your sales skills are, how good your offer is, and those types of things. You can even make more than that. As I showed you before, Specs, for example, with the 5K setup fee deal on Upwork, he made from only one client, he made more than 5K that month, right? So as I said, you can get this return on investment for only doing around 2 hours a week of cold email outreach and 10 hours a week of Upwork. So that's 12 hours a week of outreach, and that can get you to 1 to 4K per month. In my opinion, that's much more worth it than doing, 8 hours a day or 4 to 6 hours a day of cold emails and cold IGDMs to not even book a single sales call per week. We're talking per week, or let's say on lifetime. Whereas if you run this, as I said, you can easily get 5 booked calls per week. And then imagine how many clients you can sign and how much money you can make. So yeah, that is basically the system. So if you now want to follow the system for the next 30 to 90 days and you want to get the most help and the best advice on how to execute on Upwork outreach, I'm going to leave you the free training for copywriters on Upwork, free Upwork training that I have in the description, and you can watch it, and then later on it will be attached with the Upwork Domination Starter Kit, which was the course that I was talking about in the video. You can join it. It's still $97 right now as a one-time payment, or $57 as a two-time payment. And as I said, you can join it. You can take all the stuff that I've learned from closing all of my copywriting clients through Upwork, or most of my copywriting clients through Upwork, making lots of money there, signing Ty Lopez and all that good stuff. As long as the price is still that low, because I'm looking to increase the price very soon. I'm actually right now working on advanced modules for that course, and the price will increase within the next week. So as I said, as long as you can still get in, click the link in the bio, check out the free training where you can already learn lots of stuff for free. And then if you are willing to invest in yourself and you're actually serious about your copywriting goals, take the leap and get the Upwork Domination Starter Kit. Other than that, hope this video was really helpful for you. If it was, please leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this video with another copywriter who might need help with their outreach. And I'll see you in the next one.